Good morning. I missed you. Welcome back. Oh, that's loud. I am happy to see you. I repurposed the YouTube setup from last week. And I'm glad I did because you guys had a little party without me. I see um I see Tammy and Kelly and Vicky had a little party without me, and I think that's great. I love it. Um, at 9 o'clock on Monday last week, I was eating breakfast because I had a 9 o'clock class. It's 8 o'clock in Iowa. It's 8:01 right now in Iowa, which turns out to be a real place. I have never been anywhere near Iowa. It was so much fun, you guys. Hi, Diane. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Tammy. Tammy, thanks for the earworm. I'm singing a song I don't even know. Aw, Tammy says her whole week felt off. Well, I have to say I didn't think of you guys at all. Oh, there's Mr. Mustache. I was having too much fun. I went to Iowa for the Midwest Weavers Conference, um, which was hosted by, oh shoot, I don't even know what their name of their guild was. A guild in Des Moines. Let's call it the Des Moines Weavers. I don't know. I should know that, but I just kept seeing Midwest Weavers thingy conference. So yeah, so a local guild hosted a biannual, every 2 years conference. I've I was I wasn't teaching. I couldn't have taught. I had no idea. I'm a baby weaver and I took a class about something I knew nothing about. And I went with a friend who is a master weaver. Like she has her degree in, I don't know what, fine arts, but weaving really, from the University of Michigan, my friend Jenny. And she's a she's an artist. Like she had pieces entered in the exhibition and she was supposed to teach some classes, but one didn't fill, which, that always happens to me too. One had one person, so it got canceled. And then they did another round of canceling and her other class got canceled and that was a jip, let me tell you. Are we allowed to say that was a jip? Um, she had no idea how to do the thing we were learning either. So we were on the same level in that class. It was so much fun. So I went to take a class, called Tablet Weaving on an Inkle Loom, taught by John Malarkey, who's a teaching friend of mine. So that's the first person who I have seen and been able to hug, my coworkers, let's call them, since before COVID. So it's been a long time, over 3 years, right? Yes. Yep. And boy, did that feel good. Um, I didn't feel weird at all. I thought, yeah, I was ready, I guess, to go to a thing. It, yeah, it was never, anyway, that's my own issue. But oh my gosh, we had so much fun. We talked for a couple people said, "Are you still friends? You still speaking?" I'm like, "Oh my gosh." No, 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 not after the event started. Not after the event started. Before the event started, they did another round of cuts um, of classes that wouldn't pay for themselves. So not quite enough people to cover the costs, which is just, ugh. Um, but she, Jenny, got to just have a vacation too. So she was thrilled. So yay. Yeah, so we were it was, I don't know, 8-ish hour drive to Des Moines from my house. Well, it was longer because I forgot my phone. It was longer because I hadn't washed my dishes and I was still packing when Jenny got here. And I'm like, I still have to wash my dishes and I'm throwing stuff in a suitcase. And next thing I knew, Jenny was washing my dishes. Yay! That was I thanked her profusely, and repeatedly for that, so that I didn't come home to ugh. I had Rosie watching the kitties. There's shit going on out in my garden. Like, not active, there's tiny little branches down. I'm gonna have to branches down. I'm gonna have to, like, actually go out and tangent alert. Yesterday, I pulled all the thistles that are in front of the house, not on the sides of the house or behind the house, and not all the other weeds, but I pulled 2 wheelbarrows, 2 heaping wheelbarrows full of thistles. Thank you very much. Um so my mowing guy hopefully won't go, "Oh, God, she still has those thistles." He won't say that. He'll probably just say, "Oh, she still has all those other weeds." Um, but yay, I did that. I'm so proud of myself. Did it last night when it wasn't so hot, wasn't as warm. I was in the middle of sentences. Jenny and I talked and talked and talked. Yeah, she washed my dishes and then I forgot my phone. So we were like, I don't know, 3 miles down the road and turned around and because like I couldn't make it a whole week without my phone. I mean, be serious. Plus, we needed to text each other like our location so we wouldn't lose each other. It wasn't that big a place, but it's, um, so I went back for my phone, which was, somewhere I left it. And then we took all the stuff from my refrigerator to Naomi because again, I didn't want to come home to yuckiness. And I dropped off 2 handle grocery bags to Naomi, poor thing. Here's some half-rotted vegetables and some fresh ones. And she was happy about that. I've talked to her about that. And then we went to Iowa. And it was like 8 something hours. And I think it took us we did a lot of there were a lot of potty stops, don't get me wrong, and fast food and more potties and gas. Those are the kinds of stops we made. Gas for the car. Well, and potty stops. um, on the way home, however, we got a later start and plus, you gain an hour or lose an hour. You gain an hour on the way there. So, something, time zones. And then on the way back, you lose an hour or vice versa. So that took us, it still would have, don't press those buttons. It still would have taken us 8 hours, but potty stops, gas, food, and traffic. There was an incident, there was an incident somewhere that we got rerouted around into Joliet, Illinois, which did not make Jenny happy. I got trained on how to drive her vehicle. I don't know what it is, Ford something. So, which I was not smooth with in the beginning, but so that if we went to Chicago, that I could drive in Chicago because she doesn't like to drive in the big cities. So we were rerouted through Joliet. She's like, I don't like Chicago traffic. I'm like, sweetie, this is not Chicago traffic, but I'm glad I know how to drive. So we didn't make it to Chicago because it took so damn long to get through Joliet and lots of traffic, slow up, slow downs, slow up, slow down. Yes, those. We were going to go visit at least one of my children in Chicago, but we didn't get home till 10:45 p.m. our time. So if we had stopped, it would have been later. But it was fun. We were talking blah, 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 blah from the time we got in the car, from before we got in the car until after we got out of the car. I don't even know. Like most of the events that I have been Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Or Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I've like gone there on a Wednesday and come home on a Monday. This time we left on a Sunday and got home on a Friday. I was so confused. And then I thought Saturday was Sunday, and then I thought Sunday was Saturday, and then today's Monday, and I have to go to work. Tammy asked a long time ago, do you own a Ridgid thingy too? Yes, I own a Ridgid thingy, and I've taken a couple classes on that. It's called a Ridgid heddle loom. I've taken some classes on that. Not an expert. I've never warped it by myself, but I could if I wanted to. And made some things. I took some classes with Nancy McCrae, 2 with Nancy McCrae, who used to own Woven Art. And I know. I told her Blues Brothers too, and that didn't make her any happier. um, I said that too. I'm like, Joliet, Blues Brothers. She's like, traffic. Um, we learned that at least in Joliet, you can make, we didn't, if there are two lanes, if there's a right turn lane, if you're in the lane to turn right, somebody can come up around you from the left and turn right in front of you. And we're like, what a jerk. And then it happened again. And then at a different intersection, we like watched for them to do that. And then we saw a sign later that said no right turn from the left-hand lane. We're like, how is this a thing? It's not a thing here. I was in the middle of a sentence. Rigid huddle thingy. Yep. So I took 2 classes from Nancy. I took 2, 1. I took 1 class at least, but I feel like I took 2 from Deborah Jarko through Stitches and let's just say online. And I was signed up to take a class with Deborah, which I did not, in fact, end up taking, but I did get the class notes. So I could probably fuddle my way through that. Plus, I know Deborah, so I can ask questions. So I'm happy that I got the class notes. Rigid Heddle. Plus, I've tech edited 4 books that have, 4, count them, 4 books that have to do with rigid heddle weaving. And so I are an expert. And so for this class that I took in Iowa was, well, Des Moines, well, the people at the conference were my people. I kind of pretended they were my people and said things, and then I found out they were my people, in fact, so yay. And then at dinner at places in Des Moines, people watching, it was my people were there. I was happy about Des Moines. It was lovely. It was lovely. Like I would go back to Iowa. Not that I wouldn't go back to Iowa, but like I've never been to Iowa. And there were hills and things. It was hilly. It was, what do we call that? There were hills. I heard that further west there were not hills. I have pollen stuck to my screens. It was on my keyboard. That's what I get for opening my windows yesterday. Oh, no, we didn't take my new ride because of that damn light. Well, 2 reasons. Hasn't been on. I don't know how it would do on a long road trip. Or B, but A, those damn interior lights don't go off when you're driving it. So I didn't, and they get hot. And I didn't know how hot they were going to get after 8 hours. So I didn't push that. And then Jenny was the same way. She's like, it hasn't been on road trips, so we don't know. I bought it as is, because it was used, so I can't just go in and say, hey, these lights are weird. But when I have to take it in for something else, I'll say, hey, these lights are weird. Don't press that red button, though, because people will call you back. Oh, crap. First thing I have to do today, is log into Meijer and order some cat food to pick up after work, because guess who doesn't have enough cat food for tonight? So I have to figure out where the Meijer app is. So I have a rigid heddle thingy. For the class, I needed an Inkle loom, which is weird looking. Jenny and I both bought Inkle looms. They still had plastic wrapped around them when we got there. And then we were asked to get weaving cards. So we did. And there was a 3-day class. And so we warped the loom 3 times. Once the first time was technically by ourselves, and then John would come around and check everything. And I have to find the Meijer app while I'm doing this. No, I can't, because I won't know what I'm talking about. The second day, we did team warping. Warping is wrapping the loom. And the third day, we warped it the same way as the second day, but we did it by ourselves or with our teammate, but my teammate and I did it by ourselves, and I did fine. It was exciting. So I posted some pictures on Facebook. I don't think I posted them on Instagram. I try to keep. I'm having issues in my head with separating Sarah Peasley and Sarah Peasley Hand Knitter. And Instagram and my Sarah Peasley Hand Knitter page are Sarah Peasley Hand Knitter. And then not Sarah Peasley Hand Knitter is Sarah Peasley. And I posted the weaving pictures there because they weren't work related, and yet they are work related because I work at a yarn shop called Woven Art that sells weaving things. So I'm taking all these weaving things, A, for me, and B, so I'm smarter at work. Meyer. Gosh, I have shopping? No. Grocery. Is there a groceries one or food? Groceries. Nope. Oh, there it is. Okay. We're going to open Meyer and order some cat food to pick up. Logged out. Okay. Log me in. Touch ID. Yay! I have 2 things in my cart already, one of which is cat food. What's the other one? Pickup. Available starting at 2 p.m. Oop, I got to order a little bit more for free pickup. And then I've taken a class on pin loom weaving. I have a Zoom loom. That's one of John Malarkey's products. I mean, there's pin looms, but he developed the Zoom loom brand. Ding. Where's my list? More? Where's shop? Oh, I'm too far back. Too far in. Home. More. Orders. I can't get to. I'm not used to using my iPad. So Tammy says that she thought inkle weaving was done on a rigid heddle, which is why she asked me if I had a rigid heddle. No. Inkle weaving can be done one of 2 ways. One is on an inkle loom. Wait. Tablet weaving. Tablet weaving can be done one of 2 ways, which is maybe what I said. One is on an inkle loom. I want keep shopping. Where's the keep shopping button? We don't need help? Yes. Oh, an ice cream scoop. Yeah, I need an ice cream scoop. Search. Okay. Tablet weaving, card weaving can be done in 2 ways. One is on an inkle loom, and one is not on an inkle loom. And I don't know anything about the not on an inkle loom. So we learned on an inkle loom, and that is different from weaving on an inkle loom, which I don't know anything about. I started reading the directions for inkle loom weaving that came with the inkle loom. I'm like, I have no idea what they're talking about. So there's another class I can take. So I'm a baby weaver. Oh, I also took tapestry weaving with Kanita Tully, and then I happen to have a 4-shaft jack loom in my house, floor loom, that I got for free from Rita. And I have since learned that the person who donated it to the Lansing Weavers Guild, and then somehow it's in my living room, was super revered in at least the local weaving world, but I think like the national weaving world, although not everybody's heard of everybody. When I came home, well, not when I came home, but over the weekend, I paid bills and did lots of laundry and ordered cat food, which isn't going to be here till tomorrow, and I need it tonight, so that's a bummer. And yesterday I went to the hardware store and bought Charlotte. That's the 4-harness loom that's in my living room. I bought her some presents. So I bought her some new springs. She has some weird springs that don't actually happen on other looms. Like I'm trying to look up looms, breakdowns of different looms for the parts. Like these springs are all unsprung or sprung. Would unsprung be springs? And I can't, because they're sprung, I can't tell how long they were. So I'm going to have to, but anyway, I bought some for her to replace the sprung ones. And 2 of them are to hold the beater bar from, so it's not just floppy. And the other two, I don't know. And I got her some wood glue because there's a screw that needs to get glued in. Yep. Okay. So still haven't even cleaned her up yet. She needs to be taken care of a little bit. Okay, so what should I get at? Tammy says, because the right tools for the job is best. Yes. So I don't know what Navajo weaving is, and I don't know what backstrap weaving is. That might be the other way of card weaving. And then there's something called a band loom. I mean, I have a long way to go. I bought some, like they had a market, and I bought some coned yarn. Oh my gosh, you guys. So there were local artisans who had shops, had market booths, who were vending. That's what we call it, Sarah. It's been a while. And so while I'm telling you this story, which I'm already forgetting, tell me what I should get at Meijer. Stuff that I need. I just need to get like $9 more worth of something. And I just placed an order for all the groceries this weekend. So far I have cat food and an ice cream scoop because my ice cream scoop got weird. I didn't know ice cream scoops could get weird, but it did, in fact, get weird. Vendors. So they had Yarn Barn of Kansas because it's the Midwest Weavers Conference. I'm losing my voice. I don't know. Haven't talked, which is a lie. Aww. Mr. Mustache and the other one, Frankie, are looking out the window together, and I don't have a way of showing you. I already got that stuff, you guys. Thank you. Fresh fruit and eggs. I could get more fresh fruit. Yarn Barn. So I was excited to go to the Yarn Barn booth because it was after our 3-day class. I mean, the conference kept going all through the weekend too, but we went home on Friday. Writing pens. Interesting. Yarn Barn. So I knew, like, we needed, in addition to an Inca loom and weaving cards, we needed 10-2 cotton, and I know what that means. I sort of knew what that means, and now I still sort of know what that means. But like now I know what it means. I mean, I know that that's what we used for the things in the class. And so I bought a biggish cone of black and a biggish cone of natural. I didn't want white, so I got natural to act as white. And then I got a small cone of, guess what, bright green. Tea is a good, I know you mean tea, Diane. No, I still have tea from you from Christmas. I don't need any tea. Are you kidding me? But speaking of tea, what didn't I get? They were out of bread, but I could look for bread. That's not going to be $9 though. What's $9? I'll figure something out. Hopefully that I won't lose the pickup window. Then I'd have to actually go in. Tea, yeah. It is a good one. I need $9 worth. But not of one item. Okay. So let's do our, so I'm sorry you didn't get an oracle reading last week. I know, how did you go forward in your week without an oracle reading? I don't know. It's just crazy. Here's my thing. Let's see if I get T, black. Woo! We're all caps. T. If they have spots available starting at 2 p.m., I'm probably, we only found 39 options for black tea. Boop. And then they didn't have bread. Bakery. Bread. I had gotten a nice 9 grain and seed. What are we up to? That's about $6. Um, I have strawberries, but I asked for and I got grapes. We tried to get something else this weekend that they didn't have. What was it? I don't know. Let's do an oracle reading, shall we? I don't know how we survived. Whoop, don't shuffle the directions. I don't know how we survived. Green tea. Are you suggesting that I have allergies as I've been sniffing my way through this? I have green tea. I think I bought more honey. I could check that. That's a good idea. I think that was one. Whoops. Eh. Oh my gosh, I'm out of practice. Two. What else did I order that they didn't have? Three. Do I do four now? I think I do four now. Wow, I am rusty. Four. Oh, so the 10-2 cotton that I needed for the class, Rita had gotten me or given me a whole bunch of coned and little balls of cotton and some wool when I got the loom. Ooh. And I was able to find enough colors of what I could identify as 10-2 to do the thing class. Okay, but now I have lots of 10-2. The bind off. I don't know if we've gotten that very often. Well, it could be an ending. Oh boy, I'm really rusty. It could be an ending. It could be like excitement that a phase has been completed and it's time to do the next thing, like the next piece, or the finishing, or it's done. I had a sentence in there. It's the end of a phase and now you get to do the next thing, like it's permission to start something new. Not that we need permission, we do it anyway. The bind off. The end of something. I don't know. The swift plus winder. See, now we're getting ready for something new. Winding up some yarn. Yep. So we've finished something, or maybe it's winding the next yarn, so now we can start the next piece with a fresh ball of yarn. Knitting off cones makes me feel industrial. That's a good idea. Good thing. The circle. Wow. We've done the knit along. Is that the one where they're in a circle and all doing the same thing? This is the circle, though. We had this one. This one's making pom-poms, or trimming pom-poms that have already been made. This one's knitting. I'm just gonna yawn. That one's also... This one appears to be... Okay, I have to look closely because... Okay, that implies a crochet hook because there's only one. We can't see it though. Here we go. It looks like crochet to me. This one that's definitely crochet. So perhaps this is maybe Tunisian crochet because it's got the end like a little, like a knitting needle, but there's only one. So perhaps Tunisian crochet here, because you can see the hook. Oop, oop, ooh. And then knitting with 2 needles, and then finishing up a pom-pom. So the circle is a bunch of people all doing different things, sharing a love of the craft. Oh boy. So I'm going with, this is like the end of something or the time to move on to the next thing or a feeling of completion. I like time to move on to the next thing or a feeling of completion. This is either starting something new or continuing on, or maybe you're helping someone by winding their yarn for them, and then you can share your love of the craft. Well, obviously this means my vacation's over and it's time to go back to work. um, Toilet paper. Oh, excellent. Nope, I've got toilet paper. Excellent though, Diane. I have paper products. Vacation's over, time to go back to work and see my knitting friends. Knitting and crocheting friends. How about that? This one's for me. It's personal. It's personal. So let's see what the suggested ones are. Or if it's not me, when you finish something off, even if that's not completing the whole project, you have permission to move on to the next at least skein of yarn, if not project, and make sure that you commune with your people. There we go. That's kind of lame, but I'm out of practice. 30 is going to be way over here. Over here. The bind off, a positive outcome, success, a goal achieved, victory, happiness. See? See? Good thing. It's a good thing. Flowers for me. Aww. That's sweet. I could do that. Oh, you know what though? The cats are butt heads. They knocked over my pots of cactuses. You might be able to see while I was gone. See those oh, you can't see where I'm those cactuses right there that I put up against the wall and blocked with the watering can. Those are the cactuses I planted from seeds when my kids were little. And there's still a lot from seeds. You can grow cacti from seeds. So weird. Let's do that one. Nope, let's do that one. There we go. And then the Swift plus Winder. I don't know if I finished any of those sentences recently. 35. Transformation, process, progress, improvement over time. Improvement over time, really? Maybe because now we have a winder. Taking the necessary steps, growth and change. I finished my class and now I are a weaver? I don't know. I'm trying to get this to all of you. 20. Wow, there's lots of X's. 3 X's, 3 X's, and a V, and 2 X's. So many X's. 2 X's. I don't know. The circle, social event, networking. Oh, while I was on my trip, I picked up a new crochet tech editing client. Yay! So there you go, networking. I mean, totally out of the blue, like nothing to do with the conference. It was an email from somebody. But yay, more work. I can pay bills. 20. Social event, networking, a party, being among peers, society in general. That does not look like that's a dream society in general that everybody's making. Public spaces. Well, Knit in Public Day is over, right? I think. Anyway, vacation is over. Back to real life. I get to see my friends. That's what I'm going with. It is. Oh, I thought I was going to finish in time. I don't know what WoW was for. Wow! Oh, maybe the new crochet editing client, tech editing client. Yay! Yeah, I missed you guys. Actually, did I say I didn't really think of you at all? At some point, no, I really didn't think of you at all. Sorry. I'm sorry. But I thought of you yesterday and today. I'm thinking of you right now. I didn't think of you while I was gone. I was too busy learning to tablet weave on an Inkaloom and chatting Jenny's ear off at the same time that she was chatting my ear off. Okay, I do love you. I loved you the whole week. I was thinking of other things. Sorry. I'm going to go eat breakfast and get ready for work. And I will see you on Monday. Hopefully. I'll be in town, like for a long time now. Bye. Love you. You're very lovely people. Just keep on being you. I'm just gonna go. Sorry, it's just